Hold on to your crosses. Mel Gibson is shaking up the sacred story of Jesus Christ by recasting the role in his Passion of the Christ sequels, and it's sparking all sorts of heated debates. If you're a fan of the original 2004 blockbuster that dives deep into the final hours of Jesus' life, you know how iconic Jim Caviezel's portrayal was. But here's where it gets controversial. Gibson's swapping him out for a fresh face. All because de-aging tech proved too pricey. And this is the part most people miss. Could this bold move redefine a timeless tale, or is it risking the film's spiritual soul? Let's break it down for beginners who might not be steeped in Hollywood's take on biblical epics. The Passion of the Christ, directed by Mel Gibson, is a raw, intense retelling of the crucifixion, focusing on Jesus' suffering and sacrifice. It's not your typical feel-good movie. It's gritty and emotional, drawing from the Gospels to show the human side of faith. Now, Gibson is gearing up for 2 sequels, one covering the resurrection and the other exploring what comes after. To make this sequel fly, he's assembled a new cast, and the biggest buzz starts with the lead role. Enter Finnish actor Jaakko Ohtonen, who's stepping into Jesus' sandals. If you've binge-watched Netflix's Viking sagas, you might recognize him from hits like The Last Kingdom or Vikings Valhalla. He's got that rugged warrior vibe that could bring a fresh edge to the character. Ohtonen is Gibson's pick to replace Jim Caviezel, who nailed the role in the original film with his powerful, brooding intensity. Gibson initially planned to bring Caviezel back using fancy de-aging technology to make him look younger on screen, but budget constraints nixed that idea. Instead, he's opted to recast everyone, which raises eyebrows for purists who adored the original lineup. Is this a smart, innovative choice to appeal to new audiences? Or does it dilute the authenticity of a story that's meant to be unchanging? The shakeup doesn't stop with Jesus. Mary Magdalene, who was played by the stunning Monica Bellucci in the first film, is now being portrayed by Mariela Garriga, fresh off her action-packed role in Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. Other notable changes include Kasia Smutniak as Mary, the mother of Jesus, Pierluigi Pacino as Peter, one of Jesus' key disciples, Riccardo Scamarcio as Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor who sentenced Jesus to death, and Rupert Everett in a mysterious role that's still under wraps. Talk about keeping us guessing. These actors bring their own star power, from Italian cinema to big-screen thrillers, which could inject modern energy into the sequels. For example, Garriga's experience in high-stakes espionage might lend a layer of intrigue to Mary Magdalene's complexity, showing how a biblical figure's story can resonate with today's fast-paced world. Get ready to mark your calendars. The Resurrection of the Christ, Part 1, hits theaters on Good Friday, March 26, 2027, picking up just 3 days after the original film's events. Think the aftermath of the crucifixion and the build-up to the resurrection. Part 2 follows 40 days later on Ascension Day, May 6, 2027, presumably delving into Jesus' post-resurrection appearances and ascension into heaven. This release schedule ties in beautifully with Christian holidays, making it a timely nod to faith traditions. Now, let's stir the pot a bit. Is recasting Jesus in a film like this akin to remixing the Bible itself? Some might argue it's disrespectful to tweak a narrative that's sacred to billions, potentially alienating devout fans who see Caviezel as the definitive portrayal. On the flip side, others could view it as evolution in storytelling, allowing new generations to connect with the story through diverse actors. What do you think? Does the end justify the means, or should biblical adaptations stick rigidly to tradition? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear if your team recast or bring back the original.